Stay still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to.
Hello.
I do well. I do well with trying to be on time. Does it work?
It did. I think we did.
I was like, I'm trying to key it up to where we start the stream, the music starts, and then it comes out at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to. It's weird. It's a process.
And I'm just here singing. Just the talent.
Yeah, But I keep giving her more things to do. Like, here's an
why.
iPad.
Yeah.
Here's a thing.
Don't have to push
Here's the
buttons.
stuff. Do more. And you're
Hello,
like, too
Dina
much.
in the chat.
Hello, Dina. Hey. So we're gonna
Happy
do
Saturday.
this. Yes, happy Saturday. We're usually on Fridays, but we try and not coexist.
Yes. One of my favorite podcasts had a live yesterday,
Yes.
and I was like, we're not going to do the same live.
Yeah, so
'cause I
we
wanna
sat
watch.
as fans
Yes.
and watched.
And we laughed for hours.
So-
it was great.
And we'll get into some. I forgot. I was gonna talk about that here in a little bit. My mind's all over the place.
It's like you forgot already.
We were over prepared, and now I feel like I'm behind already.
Oh,
So weird. So,
Hi, Urel.
hi.
In the chat.
Hello. This is Sarah.
Yes. This is Scooter.
There we go. Thanks.
Oh,
That's the first time you've gotten it. Like, you're like,
usually
yes,
I
I
just say
am.
my name. Say, I'm Sarah.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
I-
you're supposed to
no,
introduce each other.
yeah,
Anyways.
that's what we do.
The first thing we do, order of business.
Oh,
We take a shot.
that's true. I was
Happy
like, what is it
Saturday.
again? Slanchava?
Salud.
Let's do it. ASMR.
You can't say things while I'm taking a shot.
Why?
I'll just spit it out.
Oh.
It's gross.
Oh, that hurt my chest.
Why?
Well, because it's 80 proof, I think.
It's just whiskey. It's fine.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
So sponsor, we got to always do the housekeeping right off the bat. Sponsorship. Thank you so much, Lever Consulting, for being our sponsor for, over a year now.
Yes.
So it's one of those things that go to leverconsulting.com. Tell them that we sent you, or you listened to us, or we got there because of us. And just check them out. They really will help you with a lot of things, including, I don't know, real life skills, real like getting jobs, balancing checkbooks, applying for college,
Yeah.
all those types of things. So they'll give you like a free consultation if you get a hold of them and tell them Sarah and Scooter sent you. You could talk to Lucy. She's a good friend of ours.
Yeah. We
So-
love Lucy.
We do. Very much so.
Yeah.
We just talked to her. We just saw her a couple weeks ago.
Do you want me to push the button?
What are we doing?
Can I push it?
Yeah, I gave it to you.
Good thing. Very excited.
I know, I gave her the buttons,
Should've
so
done it.
we might have to
Shouldn't have
rewind.
done it.
I know. Yes, so I have a few.
Oh, good. Okay.
But they might be the same as yours, but we don't know.
I'll go first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's the best.
So, so like backstory, my mom was dating this guy, George, Leon, for like 13 something years. So during that whole time, he had grandkids, and his grandkids grew up with my kids, and so they considered each other cousins. And if you ask it, like legit, they're cousins. You can't tell me any differently. Anyways, so one of them got to stay for a week and hang out with our kid, and that was weird because he's the baby. So for him to have like a younger sibling was weird. Like he took care of somebody, they wrestled, like, and they're not small humans.
No.
So it sounded like there was like a WWE happening. WWF.
No, E.
It is E. It used to be F. WWE happening upstairs. It was bananas.
It's like felt like there were in this house. It felt like there was 2 hippos in a small like
Yes.
10 by 12 bedroom.
They're teenage boys and they were wrestling and throwing Legos and just having the best time, which was
Oh.
great. I was just like, please don't go through the floor.
Seriously, sometimes
'Cause
it
they
was
were
like
slamming
somebody's
each
going to
other.
go through the window.
Yeah. They're, yeah.
But they had a good time.
They had fun. It was good.
They cooked breakfast together.
Yeah.
They
just hung out.
I don't know. They just
It was
kept
nice.
doing stuff.
Sometimes
Went to
they
the
just
pool.
they would hang out and they'd be like, okay, I don't want to hang out with you anymore, and just separate. And then they come back together, hang out again. I was like, it was great.
It was different.
Yeah. I liked it.
So yeah, that would be my kind of good thing too. Is I survived Kid Rush this
yeah.
week. So
We had a lot of.
there was
kids.
a time in this house like Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday,
No, Sunday, Monday.
Sunday. No, they left on. Oh, say
Bella
whatever.
left Tuesday.
Yeah, but still, okay,
That's
that's
true.
one.
That's true.
But there was at one time. Gosh, how many kids in this house? We already have 3, so there was 4 extras in this house.
Yeah. 5?
So, yeah, there was like at
We had
least
a lot of
7
kids.
or 8 kids.
Yeah, teenagers, not children.
Yeah.
Teenagers.
In the house, so they take up a lot of space. They eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
They make everything very sticky.
Yeah. But
yeah.
they're so loud with laughter. I mean, it's one of those things of like that's like I don't know. For me, that's like one of my favorite parts about having their friends over is that it's not drama. They're just enjoying each other's company and it's just laughter and it's just good.
Oh, it was a lot. But yeah, it was actually kind of nice to have more humans in the house because sometimes our kids are needy. Do you want to say that? Like,
Yeah.
especially our
yes.
youngest, our
yes,
we're gonna go into that.
He's the most needy.
Yeah, he always wants to tell you a story or
Hang out with you,
hang out with you,
which is
and
nice, right?
it is nice. But it was like you need a cousin.
Yes.
So you had 2 cousins in the house. Both the brothers were here.
Oh yeah, for a weekend.
For the weekend,
Yeah.
and then one of them stayed for the week. And it was weird because yesterday we went from all that to what? Everybody was gone.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
It was
all day
silent.
yesterday, and last night it was us and the dog.
Yes.
I was like, we didn't know what to do.
No. We did the same thing we always do. We
did.
watched Jeopardy, drink a beer,
Yeah,
walk the dog. I mean,
yeah, we didn't do anything goofy, which is funny because
No.
when the kids are all here, we're like, we got to get out.
well, we watched
That's
TK
just-
and DK. I think that's what
Yeah,
that was
is
like
true.
our
that
goal.
pulled us in.
Yeah. We didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, we weren't going to go anywhere anyways. But it's one of those things like when all the kids are here, we're like, since they're teenagers, that's when we go, okay, let's go.
Yes.
And we go out.
Yeah.
So
We had
when it's
silence
just
in our
us,
own
we're
house.
like, "Wha-" it's
crazy.
like going out when all you're here by yourself. So that was pretty dope.
And
enjoyed
I
it.
want to say that I got to sleep in, but I still didn't sleep in.
No, you didn't.
It made me real upset. I think I woke up earlier today. I was
you
mad.
did.
I was like, why am I up at 6 o'clock? There's nothing to do.
It didn't make any sense. You don't make sense.
And then I took a nap.
So that's going to transition into,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, good things for me. I was just like, we got to celebrate this week. Our youngest turned 16
Yes.
this week. Our second oldest, Bailey turned 27
Yep.
this week. So yeah, we have now a 16-year-old all the way up to a 30-year-old
Yes.
as kids. So that's a lot. That's a big span.
Yeah.
But now it's just a lot of traveling and a lot of gray hair. We'll get into that. We'll talk about
that
that.
your rant?
Yeah, that's one of them.
That's funny.
We'll get to the rants soon.
So my other good thing this week is that our youngest is gone for the week. Again, we have many children. So when one leaves, you feel it and it's joy.
Yeah, it's a little bit
But then he
like
comes back, you're like, oh, I
you're like
forgot how much I
breathing
missed
room.
your stories.
that's kind of a thing. It's like you need to know that there's time to be apart. You have to be apart from
Yes.
each other. Like Sarah and I, we work together all day long
All day.
at home,
Yes.
but we don't sit right across from each other like this.
No.
Like she's in her office up there, and
I
I'm
would
in my
murder
little, what do they call it, makeshift office
Yeah.
down here. So we check in every once in a while during the day, but we really don't hang out all day.
No.
So
I
that's
couldn't do it.
I don't think anybody should.
But people do it. I just don't know that I could.
I think that's why some people, when they retire together, they're like, "Phew."
Yeah.
Either they move on,
Get a
find a
hobby.
fling, or
Right.
they just go, I'm done, I'm dead.
Terrible.
Just like, I'm out,
Yeah.
find a way out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that was mine. So it's your turn. I did my
Oh, that
second
was
one.
it. Those are
Oh,
mine.
those, you
That was-
already
I-
said everything?
Yeah, I only had 2.
Oh, I feel like, I guess you said and. Yeah.
I only had 2. I had the Survived Kid Rush and the birthdays. I always
okay.
talk about,
Well, my next
kids are
one,
getting older.
I always do personal work. My next one is that like both girls started doing auditing, which is cool, and teaching them to do what I do is nice because I want them to be able to make money and afford their own life
Self-sufficient,
and
be an adult.
afford the life that for some reason
They think they
should
have.
because I give it to them.
Jeez.
And then we took on like new training people this week. Like there was a big training group. I know not all of them are going to make it, which is like the way that it works.
Yeah.
But it was cool to have that many people interested again. We had like, I think 11 people, which is really nice. So that's cool. That was my good thing. It's like good and bad because there's so much work that goes behind
Right.
training people, but it's good. Anytime anybody's like, I want to do what you do, I'm like, yes, you do. Let me show you the way. It's real. It's a real thing. It's not fake. Anyways, that was a very good.
It's not. All right. So that's our good things
Yes.
for the week.
let's complain a
That's
little.
kind of our little segment. Our good things are the segment where we just talk about the last week. It's something that Sarah came up with years ago.
I stole it from work.
Yeah, it's something they did at work at her old job, and we do it on our Sunday night family meetings.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we have to do is come up with a good thing, because especially with teenagers, they all come to the table with this doom and gloom look on their face, and they hate that we make them sit down and have dinner. Ugh. So we're like, all right, let's start with a good thing.
Yes.
So
Anything.
sometimes you got to dig deep,
Yes. You had potatoes today. I don't care.
because there's a focal point on the cruddy,
Yeah.
on the crap in life. So
All right, I think it's your turn.
for what?
The song.
Oh.
The jingle. Unless you made
I
it.
haven't written it yet.
Okay.
So, because I got new equipment, I was messing with it and I was playing with it. So, you could turn the mic a little bit, to where it goes to your mouth.
I
That
feel like
might-
it was.
Well, and then you moved.
All right. Go ahead.
We'll have to do the jingle.
Yeah.
Are you gonna back me up?
Yeah.
Rant of the week. Rant of the week. Rant of the week.
I liked it. That's good.
Huh. All right. I think I have a little song that I wrote,
You have a rant though?
so I'll have to put that together. Say that every week. Yes, I have multiples.
Okay, go ahead.
My first one is, say something nice, would you? And it's kind of like one of those things. We went to the pool.
Oh.
This is the kind of like,
Great. Yeah.
well, we have a neighbor that just is a lot of maintenance when it comes to, he's always the one that's in people's faces, not aggressively, but assertively,
Yes.
and very loud, very outspoken.
Yes.
He has had the police come and try to calm him down a couple times.
Yes.
Not recently.
No, that was trauma though at that time.
Yeah, and he came through, and came over to me, got mad at me and yelled at me at my front door years ago about touching his garbage can.
Yes.
He's just a lot. So we decided, let's go to the pool, because it's been hot
The boys wanted to go.
and the boys wanted to go.
Yes.
And we're already having like a real family tense day with the kids and me and everything. So like, okay, we're going to go. We go over there, and that gentleman sitting in the hot tub, chatting with the security guard for the whatever you call this.
Complex.
Is it a complex?
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, and we walk by, and he knows our names and stuff, but he goes, "Oh, hey guys, you guys got old."
He didn't say you got. He said you got old.
I'm
He
like,
said, "Man, Scooter, you got old.
so
A lot of gray hair."
so my thought was, I could still pick you up and throw you, buddy. But I said, yeah, well, I got 3 grandkids now, and I have kids from 16 to 30. That's how I got gray. So, and I think that's his version of nice.
He was being nice.
That's in his version.
Yeah.
But I was just like, with the past that we've had, we've never been
Chummy.
not even close.
Right.
Like, it's always been on edge.
Right.
Like he's always
I
confronted me
think he
for
was
no
a
reason.
little tipsy.
He was very.
Yeah.
But that goes on to my other like segment of the same person. He had very strong complaints that one of our kids, and a couple of her friends were at the pool and they were playing music.
Was it him that was complaining or the security guard that was
Oh, I
complaining?
don't know.
'Cause I think it was the security. I think it was a security guard.
Okay,
I
well,
don't think he cares.
Well, that's totally fine.
Right,
But the
but the
security
same
guard,
guy-
the security guard was hanging out with this guy
Right.
while he was blaring his music.
Right.
And I'm like, so
yeah, I felt
you
that.
have different rules for older people than kids. And I was like, well,
And the guy with the 2 huskies, who I love, the huskies, but he got to bring his dogs in, and you are not allowed to have dogs in the pool area. But because Barry was there, because the guy was there, anyways, because Barry was there and talking to him, it was fine. And I was like, okay, so you just have to be friends with Barry, and you do whatever you want.
yeah.
All right.
It's not the real rules. It's just
Right.
who's you're nice to. But I know that's that kind of person's style is make friends with everyone. And that way I can kind of bend the rules.
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty
it's
common.
working for him, so
It's common.
why change it?
So that was, I mean, my rants get worse. I get more passionate,
Oh,
but that's my light one.
okay. My one, I have 2, but my first one. So I've joined the Music Booster program in our local area. I hate group chats with non-family members.
Ha!
Why do I get 37 text messages before 9 a.m. like daily at this point? I'm just like, shut up. I get it. I'm glad we have open communication. I truly don't care if we need water at the fireworks stand today because I'm not working the stand and you're not asking me to
And
bring
here's
it.
the greatest part about this is I've been dealing with that for 2 straight years.
I know. I've just been ignoring it.
I know, and now you're like, I guess I can be on the boosters.
No, but the thing is, I've
I've been doing it
always
for
been
2
on
years.
the booster.
That's
They
why I
just
got away.
never added me to the chat, and for some reason, they felt like I should be on it. But no one's talking to me; they're just talking.
Just silence
and I
the chat.
don't care. I did, but it keeps coming
silence it.
back.
Just silence it.
But it
That's what I
doesn't
do.
matter. I still go on my phone, and there's 30-something messages, and
Yep.
I'm like, I don't
Don't
need
care.
to see videos.
I still don't
just, unless you want me to do something, why are we messaging me?
care. I agree with that. 1,000%. And I'll bounce off of that one. They call it piggyback off of that one. Here's my next rant. People that have not seen trauma or bad things in their life think everything's a flippin' crisis.
It's true.
And it's driving me crazy. Like, everything's a crisis. Like, there was somebody, you had this moment the other morning with this same group.
Yes.
Somebody said, I'm sorry, I can't be there.
Running
or
late, mini
running
family
late.
crisis.
I'm having a family crisis.
Yes.
The family crisis was the kids weren't doing chores.
Yes.
How in God's, whatever, Allah's heavenly universe planet is that
I
a
was like,
flippin' crisis?
Man, you must have a good life if that's
Good
a crisis.
Lord.
It's like a daily concern.
Right. How is that a crisis? That's every
I don't
day
know.
in other
Right.
people's houses, every day.
Right.
We don't consider it a crisis.
No.
A crisis is, oh my gosh, my daughter's in the hospital because
Right.
they got in a car accident.
Right.
That's a crisis. That's
Yes.
something you got to deal with like now. That's a
Yes.
crisis. Or global warming. I don't know. Flooding.
Not having
the
food to
freeway
eat.
disappearing. Yes. Something like somebody got stabbed.
Right.
That's a crisis. Kids not doing chores is not a flippin' crisis.
Yeah. But I feel like when you want attention, everything's a crisis.
But and that was what was it? That one thing.
My eye twitched.
I read something today. I was like, there are some people that will not ask for help or won't fix themselves because they like the attention.
Yeah.
I mean,
For sure.
it's that simple.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people, and I don't know if it's where we live, Natomas. I don't know if it's California. I don't know if it's Sacramento. I have no idea. But I've never met so many people before the last 10 years. And I'm almost 50. So it's not like I haven't met a lot of people.
Right.
But in the last 10 years that I've been here, I've met so many people that the smallest stupid things are a crisis.
Yes.
Like a flat tire, not a crisis.
No, just
No.
sucks.
It's an inconvenience. You got to get it fixed. It's not a crisis.
Yeah.
And then that's a flat tire. Somebody's stranded on the
Right.
side of the road. Not a crisis. It's something that you need to take care of.
Right.
You know?
But it could be like if you don't have the money to fix the flat tire, that
Whole
could be a
different.
crisis.
Okay, but that's totally fine.
yeah.
But I don't know if that's a crisis though. I mean,
But
that's
it
it
can
affects
be.
you.
No,
in
that one can be.
I mean, maybe might create a crisis.
Right.
But how can you compare something like that?
The chores was not that's not even comparable to anything. Anything.
But everything is blown out of proportion.
Yes.
Every little thing. Oh, I'm just so stressed out. I was like, why? I have to drive 20 minutes to. I was like, most people have to do that, double that amount just to get to work, bro. Like, how
It's definitely an area we live in where everything is a big deal.
is it?
Yes.
Okay, because
Everything.
I've
I don't know
only
about California.
I've only lived in
Definitely
this
where we
area
live.
when I'm living in California. I've only lived in this area, so this is the only area I know California wise. So I can't really compare.
Yeah.
So I can't say all of California. I can't say all of Sacramento.
Right.
I can definitely say North Natomas.
Right.
That's all I've experienced.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
And
true.
it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it.
All right.
my
Last
thing.
rant.
Oh, it's
If
last
you
one.
have children. Oh, it's my last rant. If you have children, I feel like you'll get this. So, you know when your kids say things that hurt your feelings, and they usually do it on purpose, but you still have to parent them and like love them. And in the moment, you're like, I don't want to like you because I don't right now because that was really mean. But you have to. You have to because you can't parent through anger. Like you can't parent out of anger because that doesn't lead anywhere good. But in the moment, you're like, I don't want to because that you literally did something mean just for the sake of being mean. But I still have to be a good human being and parent to you because I don't want you to go to be a serial killer.
Well, I mean,
Just saying.
but most serial killers grow up with not a lot of trauma.
What?
Let's be real.
I don't
Like,
know about that.
come on.
I don't
They're the
know.
ones that are spoiled usually.
I don't know about that.
I
I
don't
don't know any, so.
Me neither. Yet.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Fingers crossed. It's so true. It's like I can be mean too, and I get
Yes.
that. But it's really difficult.
yes.
Like when I just feel there comes this weird point in almost every youth's life, right about 13, 14, they know everything and just stop saying thank you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Turns to, okay.
yeah, here's a car. Here's a card for you to use to drive the car. And they glare at you, roll up the window and drive off. I'm like, what the living crap? What happened to thank you?
Yeah. And it could just be our children. We don't really need to know.
Well, like,
It could be us
holy
failing
cow.
at our job.
Seriously, that one was, I was like,
But yeah.
why can't people just say thank you? It's like, hey, I'm going to swing by and pick you up so you don't have to walk. Okay.
Okay.
What? Wow. You say thank you. And I don't get it.
But the funny thing is that if it's not us, they do, right?
And
so
if it's not
like,
our kids, we had kids all over the place here. And
Yeah.
every time that we fed them or did something, say, oh, thank you.
But we don't know that they do that for their parents.
Still,
You know
that's
what I
kind of
mean?
my point.
It's like our kids are so polite and kind to anyone. Like if they go places, they say thank you to everyone. But I think here they're just like,
You
listen, sir.
You owe me this. You owe me this car. You owe me this.
like having a cat.
You owe filling my gas tank. It's not even your car.
We had this conversation. It's like having a cat. Teenagers.
Good Lord.
Anyways, that was my last rant. Do you have one more?
I do, but we can.
Okay.
Do you want me to go with it?
What is it? I'll let you know.
VCA versus Natomas Veterinary Hospital.
Oh, that seems not nice. No. Go ahead. I'm just kidding.
Okay. So we have an older dog. I think we've talked about this before. And so we changed vets very recently. And I wish we'd have done it 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
We haven't had her that long.
We've had a
Oh,
dog.
yeah, that's true.
We had another dog.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like, I feel like we should have
It should have been our
changed.
first vet. Yeah.
Because the last vet that we would go to, we would go in there, they'd weigh the dog, look at the dog, leave the room, then come in with an iPad, like they just ran a diagnostics on your Tesla,
Yes.
and say, here's your quote.
Yes.
And it's like, the smallest one we've ever seen is $600.
Yes.
The smallest
That's
one.
before they've even done anything.
They haven't touched the dog.
No doctors come in. They're just like,
Nothing.
The vet tech just brings the iPad and says, well, we think it's going to be this. So go ahead and approve these. And we're like, but what's wrong with the dog? Oh, we don't know yet. The doctor hasn't seen her. Like,
I was like, what?
right.
Can we look at the dog? You didn't plug our dog into a machine
Right.
and it gave you a bunch of codes
Yeah.
to read so you can find out that, well, it looks like you're running low. Your air filter is going out and your exhaust, it has too much of this. And look, it looks like your tires need to be replaced.
Yes.
And that's kind of the list they did for our dog.
Yes.
And they haven't done anything but weigh the dog.
Right.
They've weighed the dog.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. Based on our concerns, they put together a budget for us of cost sheets on the base rate of this appointment. Here's your cost sheet. And once the doctor comes in, now it's going to go up.
Oh, yeah. Then you have to reapprove an approval to, I don't know, take out a 15th mortgage on your house.
Yes.
Because you've been to the vet 3 times.
For the same thing because they didn't.
So,
yeah, anyways.
That's my rant side. But on the flip side, we go, hey, let's go to another place. After we spent almost over $2,000.
Oh, easy. I would say like
almost
4.
3. Okay. Whatever. It's between $2,000 and $4,000 in a matter of like a month and a half.
Yes.
On a dog that they still don't know what's wrong with.
Right.
Okay. So they know they think they know what's wrong, but they can't really fix it. So here's, $300 a month worth of meds that you need to buy from us every month.
Yes.
Okay. So we go into this other office. She gets and we get pulled in real quick. We sit at this little table. They're very kind to us. The doctor comes and hangs out with us, leans over and says hi to our little baby Ginger, and comes up and she goes, so I've looked over the files from the place that sent it over. She goes, this is actually pretty common. She gave us kind of a rundown and stuff like that. And she goes, the best thing to do right now is we're going to just make her comfortable because she's getting older.
Right.
She's not passing away by any means, but let's make her more comfortable because it's not going to get better.
Yeah.
We could just manage it. I was like, okay. She goes, so we're going to give her this and this. And if it doesn't work, just let us know. And I think we left there spending $100.
Yes. It was wonderful.
$100.
Yeah.
And within like 5 days, she was better.
Right.
Not perfect,
Right.
but better.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, it did suck.
Unbelievable.
And then all the follow-up visits are the same. Like, if you're like, oh, I just need her meds, you just text them, and they're like, oh, the meds are ready. I was like, oh, thank you. I don't have
and
to
you
come
walk
back
in and
$1,700.
yeah, and you walk in, you ask a concern. She goes, oh, poor little Ginger. I'm sorry that's happening to you. I was like, when they say that, I said this to Sarah, was either they're very well trained in saying the correct responses, which is okay with me.
Yeah.
Or they actually feel that.
Right.
So either way,
yeah,
you as a parent of an animal, you feel better walking out.
Yes.
Just like I came to the right place.
Yes.
So my rant was on the beginning side of that, the end
That's
side.
a good thing. On the end. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, we're very happy now.
Yeah. It's a text away now.
I know. It's great.
Look at me. I'm spinning. It's so frustrating.
So weird. Good rants. Good rant this week.
I'm all hot.
Yeah.
Hot under the collar.
It's because you took a shot. We'll do one more in a minute. Anyways.
Oh, you forgot the bottle.
Oh.
That's fine. Are we going to the next thing?
Yes.
Well, do you have the button or do you want me to push it?
You can push it.
All right. What?
Hence the shirts. Buy your row.
Yes.
I have a
you, Ro.
shorter torso than Skitter, so I got to sit up
I have
real
nothing
high.
but torso and belly. So that's my life. So this is the segment that we used to crowdsource topics. We put them together. We still do that very much so. So if you have a topic that you want us to talk about, which means we don't know anything about it, we just give you our strong opinions about it. And we've changed it to where Sarah picks the topic. Sometimes she just picks something that's ticking her off about me.
Yeah.
And then we have to discuss it. So I get blindsided.
It's called therapy.
That section is empty on my side. So what is our advise me not topic of the day?
So really, I just need people's help. As Scooter has alluded to multiple times on the show, he's going to be 50 this year, which means he has a birthday party planned in September. And by he has one, I have to plan one. So if somebody...
That's my plan. I didn't have to have a party.
It's fine. The advice me not is, how do you plan a 50th birthday shindig in 3 months? July, August, September. 3 months. And go.
So you want us to discuss this?
Yes.
This
with,
is
with the help people in the chat.
So this is like the worst topic you've chosen thus far.
I need help.
Okay, so why don't you ask someone?
I have.
Instead of putting out as a topic for
It's too
advise
late.
me.
Well, okay, the advise me not is really, how do you plan a good party?
I have no freaking clue.
Yes, you do. You plan stuff all the time. You're actually good at planning things. So I'm going to pour you a beer in a shot, and you're going to start planning your birthday
Holy
party.
God.
Take notes.
I
I'll be
love
right
this.
back.
Isn't this the
Where's
best?
Scooter? There you go.
Isn't this the best? Yeah, I don't. This is my life. If you want something special, sweetheart, do it yourself. Okay.
I mean, how?
That's what's happening right now,
I
though.
want to down that before I put it in.
Okay. So I'm going to down the rest of this beer.
And then in the meantime, if you want to talk about something else, you can pick another topic. But that was what's on my mind today. Ooh, Dina has a good comment.
All right. So, well, let's just read that first. Call a Marriott resort close by and rent out a restaurant. I did that before I taught, and they host Fab 50s. Here's the thing. Yes, I'm turning 50, but celebrating a 50th birthday party like traditional 50 is not really my thing. And if you know us, and hopefully by watching this and stuff like this, you'll get to know us. We're not one of those couples that celebrates birthdays. We look at milestones for sure. Like even for our son's 16th birthday, he got to choose what we had for dinner on Thursday. It's kind of that's about it. We're not big on that, but it's also if he wants to have a party, just cause, let's just have a party. Now, if he decided he wanted to have a birthday party, that's totally fine too. But we kind of leave it up to the person. And I think that's where she's getting this trajectory of putting the ball in my court. Oh, you were Dina says she was the sales coordinator at Marriott. Got it. So, doing that's so.
So, okay, here's my, let me just tell you the idea that
here's
I
the
have
things
for
I
this
like.
party.
And she knows this. Here's the things I like, right?
Yes, go.
I like drinks.
Yes.
I like dancing.
Yep.
And I like live music.
Yes.
And I like being around people that don't make me anxious.
Yes.
That's the fifth, right?
Right.
Was that 5?
I don't know, but I got
I
you.
love drinks, dancing, live music,
People.
and so it's only 4.
Yeah.
And people, surrounding myself with people that don't make me anxious.
Yes.
And that's kind of a thing that's big because I have really high anxiety, right? So, but you wouldn't know that if you knew me, unless you
Right.
got to really
Yes.
know me, because I can hide it really well. I train myself to hide it because of the things that I do. So I get anxiety sweat. I mean, I'll
Yes.
sweat through
Multiple shirts.
Yeah. Usually when I go and host an event, I have like 2 extra shirts that look exactly the same.
Yes.
So I can sneak in the bathroom, swap them out like halfway through. But I like being around the people that, as I've gotten older, the people that challenge me in a good way, but are still very positive about life, about themselves.
So here's what I need
about
from you.
others.
I need a list of those people.
There's only like 5.
There's more than 5 people that you're going to want at this thing.
Really?
Of course there is.
Why?
Because I know you. There's more than 5.
Yeah.
Because 5, we can have it at the house. But there's more than 5 people.
We're going to have live music at the house?
We might.
All right.
I don't know.
Who we getting?
You on the guitar.
Me, yeah, my 7 guitars.
Okay. So in my mind, planning event, right? First thing is budget.
Okay.
Budget. Second thing, place. I'm having an issue with the place. I got the budget. I'm having an issue with where, because in my mind, I want him to be able to play rock band
Yes.
with his kids, with his oldest girls, or even
Yeah.
our kids, at his thing, because that's like a big thing for him. I don't know where that could be. I kind of know. I feel like the aquatic center might be cool for that. But it's also like, now we're at budget again, right? Because it's like $3 or $4 grand to
Right.
rent this room for
Right.
5 people, he keeps saying. So I'm having that dilemma. Also, I don't want to go that far from here. Because if we're drinking, I don't want to have to like now rent a room someplace because I don't want to get back here. Or like get everything back here. Like I would like to have someplace down, but now we're stuck in Natomas.
And then we have to deal with
It's
people
almost-
that everything's a freaking crisis.
Right.
I was like, oh my God, we're out of orange juice. What a crisis. I was like, who cares? Go to the store.
Right.
It's not a crisis.
So anyway, so venue wise, I really think maybe the aquatic center. It's just not as like vibey as you are.
But
But you could put a live band there.
Yes, we definitely could. The thing that I look at is how convenient is it going to be to find a way to get my older daughters here in their family.
Right.
That's, to me, that's a challenge. So
I don't think it is though.
okay, I'm just saying that. I mean,
I think if we give them 3 months,
they,
I think
they're
we can
just
get them
families. It's not like husband and wife. It's husband and wife, kids.
Right.
For both.
Yes.
You know.
But that's why I was thinking if we do Natomas, because there's like 80 gajillion hotels in Natomas, it's super convenient to get them at a hotel and then to the venue because it's like right here.
And then the venue is going to say noise ordinance at 9. Everything's closed.
Will it? Because
And
I don't know what time our thing was. Noise ordinance. See? Taking notes. Noise ordinance.
well, if you have live music, you have to either pull a permit.
Okay.
Do you not know these things?
I don't plan events.
Okay, that is true. So it depends on what day of the week it is. It depends on what area you are in.
Okay.
And the area that you're thinking about in this area is all residential.
It's garbage.
Okay?
I know.
Even if it is commercial, it's right next to residential.
Yeah.
So if it's during the week, you're definitely going to have to pull a permit. And then it has to be posted, I think, 30 days in advance to say it's going to be loud here.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I don't know if it's 30 days. If you want to close off a road or
I don't want to.
Okay. That's another permit. That
Well, it
needs
has,
to be pulled
it has
now.
its own parking lot, so we don't need to close the road down. You're not that important. Just kidding.
Closing down a road is free. Well, I think it's like 50
Just
bucks.
hey, we don't have to shut down a road. There's a
I'm not
parking
worth 50
lot.
bucks, huh?
No, you're not worth the
Goodness.
road closure.
I'm talking about the band, not.
Why does the band need a road? I'm
I-
confused.
Depends on where you have it because sometimes you don't have parking.
Oh, okay, but the place we're thinking has parking. The place,
Okay, so-
the aquatic center has parking.
So we're dead set on the
No,
aquatic center.
I'm
so
not.
that's why I'm
Because
trying to
I
tell you.
thought log off, but log off so far. See,
Okay.
this is the frustration. This is why we're now in July and nothing's planned.
Yeah, because this is how she plans.
Yes,
She doesn't.
exactly. So I'm doing it right now. Help me out.
And this is why she's doing it live.
Let's drink real quick.
She poured another shot. She disappeared on me.
So venue.
Slancheva.
Salud.
Goodness.
And the noise in the background isn't a duck or a goose. It's our dog. That's the coughing issue that she has. She has a large heart, collapsing trachea. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yes. So venue, I thought log off because they already do band stuff there.
I don't like the setup.
Right.
For the band.
And it's far from us.
Yeah.
So there's that
And
issue.
for everyone.
Right. Well, yes. Because if you're flying in or you're coming to visit, it's still a 30-minute drive from here.
And there's a little, like, if we live, I think it's an 11-minute drive to the airport from here.
It is. It's got to be like 4
Okay.
if you drive right.
Well,
4
hold
minutes.
on. If there's traffic, it's 11 minutes.
Okay, that's fair.
So it's very, very convenient where we live to have people fly in
Yes.
and visit. So this area would make sense.
Yes.
But that also is like, it's like $2,000 and that's for nonprofits.
Right.
So we do it under a nonprofit, I guess.
But we probably shouldn't. But we could also
It's a
check
fundraiser.
some of the hotels around here because if you could have a wedding, you should be able to. You probably could have.
It's going to be more than
music.
$2,000.
Maybe not. We're gonna find out. Anyways, I don't know where to have it because then we also need a TV to plug the rock band thing in because I have a place who can
Where's the
bring
closest,
rock band.
let's stop
Esports.
there, Dina. Where's the closest Marriott here
There's like
in
4.
Sacramento?
There has to be. There's some in Natomas.
Natomas.
I just had to Google it, but there's definitely one in Natomas.
All right. Well, let's do that. I mean, maybe just because they usually have rooms. I know that Crown.
Right.
There's other hotels you can rent out the event space.
Yeah.
And do those kind of things.
Ooh, you're also at a sports bar. Where the Natomas sucks so much. There's not even. There's Buffalo Wild Wings.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Like you guys are more than welcome to come visit and find a place in Natomas.
Natomas is awful.
It's really, really bad for those types of things. Anything after 10 o'clock, you have to go downtown Sacramento, which is not that far.
Right.
It's a 10-minute, 15-minute Uber.
Yeah.
It's really, and it's like $20 to take an Uber downtown.
Yeah.
Where everything is.
See, but Dina said she used to book bands for events, live bands, live music at the hotel. I'm gonna look into that one.
All right. because that's great because I'm into live music.
Because here was my other
And
thought.
I know live bands.
There's a thing that happens in a town near us. It's like 30 minutes from here. It's Roseville, and it's called Splash. Splash is fantastic. It's at their aquatic center once a year. It's live music. It's food. All you can eat food. All you can drink.
Yeah, we only went once, huh?
We only went once.
And it was
But
free
this year
for
it
us.
lands on the day that I want to do your birthday party. And
Good.
I was like, we
Yes.
could all just meet there and it's all done.
It's not a bad idea.
We'd have to buy everyone tickets like now because it sold out like super quick last year.
Do you know anybody that's playing this year?
I have no idea. I don't even know. I just saw this at Splash tickets are going up like this next week.
Oh,
For
okay. Well, I
September
didn't
9th.
know that.
I just
'cause
found out.
We got to go with the band
It was.
1 year.
It's such a good deal.
We got these
but
like little passes, just walked in.
It was awesome.
Through the back door. It was cool.
Okay, so if you could have any band that we can afford and know, who would you want?
They don't play anymore. Brick House.
I think we could get Brickhouse back together. I'm gonna ask.
Patrick's traveling. The drummer's traveling all the
Traveling
time.
where?
I don't exactly.
Take a weekend off. We just have to get Brian back from Tennessee.
Yeah, he lives in Tennessee now.
gonna
The
message
Rappas
Dave.
live in San Francisco.
Dave and Stephanie, we need Brickhouse back together one
Patrick's
time.
traveling all the time.
What we could do, have Brickhouse come and be like one time only, but it's $10 to get in unless you're with the birthday boy. Paying gig for them.
That would be dope.
Okay,
don't know.
if not Brickhouse, Sam Chase.
I would love to have Sam Chase, but I don't know if
He might be back in the States by then. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
he'll
like
be
in
there.
Europe right now.
I don't think
Or
so.
he's supposed to be.
He was, but I think he's back.
Okay.
So I mean, logistics is not something to discuss on
It
here.
is.
Like we're gonna sit here. Let's balance our checkbook while we're on live stream.
Same as throwing ideas around.
Okay, but all I'm saying is like, what is this actually advise me not? That's what I'm trying to understand. We've had such a good run for 2 years on our podcast
We
about
can't,
having
they
advised
can't all
me
be
not.
winners.
And this
I'm
one's
stressing
plummeting.
about this one.
This one's plummeting.
It's not plummeting. I'm getting good ideas from this.
I know, but it's not always about you.
Yes,
It is
it is.
about the people that listen to this even after the
I'm
live stream.
the other half of this. So every once in a while, dang it, I get to choose something that is about
You
me.
get to choose it every week.
It's about me right now. Anyways,
Let's talk about me.
then we have
How's
to
that song
consider.
go?
Let's talk about me. Want to talk about I. Want to talk about. I can't keep going because they might pull us down because my singing's so good.
And we're so big.
So big.
Such a big podcast.
Are we thinking all ages so grandchildren can attend? Something to consider.
It is something to consider because I do want to spend some time with the babies.
Right.
But I also want to party. So
Right.
that's hard. So why couldn't it be an all day thing? Not at one place. Like the day part is at our house with the grandbabies and the kids.
Okay.
And then we go somewhere as a group with the adults.
I'll tell you the reason why. Because the date that it's going to be, there's already a birthday party that morning for our nephew.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to plan an event.
You're cramming. You're putting my event at the tail end.
No,
Of our nephew's
it's
birthday
not the tail
party.
end. His is like midday and then yours at the
He
end.
gets like 70 more of these.
He
I get maybe 20 or 30, and I
Right.
turn 50.
Well, you don't have to go to his. But I'm saying if the grandkids are in town, his is fun for them.
Crap.
Because it's just a bunch of bouncing around. Anyways, so I'm thinking September 9th, if you guys want to attend. September 9th in
So I'll
the
just put it.
in the PM.
I love how I'm such a priority. Let's do this not on your birthday.
We can't.
Let's do it on the same day.
Your
so
birthday's
we
on
can
like a Wednesday.
so we can do it after. So we can do it after the priority, which is the nephew's birthday.
That's not after. That's not the priority. His is just already planned.
Oh, that's your fault, not mine.
I mean, you don't want. Listen, you don't want a day party anyways.
Oh,
You don't even like the daytime,
that is very, very true.
right? So why would
This
I
is
plan a
becoming
day
my
party?
rant and your planning event.
I'm enjoying it. All right.
I know my pain.
September
You enjoy my
9th.
pain.
In the PM, we have a venue, Marriott. We have a budget. Number of people apparently is 5 because that's all the ones that you know.
Why couldn't you just? You could have asked these questions in a Google form.
I
or
have
text.
asked you these questions.
You have not.
I have.
No.
We have talked about this multiple times for
I
months.
said log off. We can
and
set
then you
up.
said, never mind, I don't want to do log off.
When did maybe I did say that.
Yes.
I'm fickle.
Dude. Anyways, we have ideas for music. We're good. Time of day. We're good. Vibe. Let's talk about vibe for this event as your party planner. You want it to be chill. You want to have mixed drinks and beer? Or do you want to just like beer? You want chill?
I think if
Disco themed.
Oh my gosh. So you're bouncing around categories.
Yes.
So this is how you
This is how I
have
plan.
never, ever been in charge of planning an event ever.
That's not true.
Okay, when?
I mean, I've assisted.
Right.
Yeah, I've never been in charge of like
You've
an
never-
actual one.
You've never done that.
Yeah, that's I don't know why I'm in charge of this one, honestly.
Because I'd have to plan my own birthday.
Yes, that's why I'm asking you for things.
I mean,
Okay, what's your vibe?
for the party,
Yeah.
there's no theme. There's no
Okay.
party.
No vibe, not. There's a party.
Nope. Everybody just show up at my house. We'll go hang out at the pool.
We could do that too.
It'll be cold by then.
September
you're
in
right.
California.
Yeah,
It's
well,
108 today.
Oh, let's talk about that.
I
huh?
think we'll be okay.
Gross.
Okay. So we
So
could.
what have we? We have accomplished nothing at this point.
Yes,
We've been
we have.
rambling and
No,
accomplished.
I have notes. I have things. You've accomplished nothing. I've accomplished multiple
Oh
things.
my!
Just saying. Okay.
So, but you knew when my birthday was. You knew how old I was.
Yes.
Just putting that into this little realm of knowledge, and
I
Okay.
said 50th birthday shindig, so I obviously know how old you're going to be this year, and I know when your birthday is. So what was the point of your statement?
my point was, you're just starting to get ideas.
No,
now.
I've been trying since January.
You've been trying what?
I've been looking at places, talking to you, talking to other people.
Setting up a Pinterest
It's
for
really
yourself?
What the heck's a Pinterest? No, I don't do Pinterest. I don't even do social media at this point. Listen, this is really hard. Okay. We have a date. All ages. So you want full food or finger foods?
Oh, wow.
Like, do you want to really eat? Or
I
just
don't
like,
want this to be that kind of party.
what kind of party do you want it to be?
I want people to show up. That's it.
And do what? Look at you?
Oh, my God. What are the four things I said at the beginning?
Dancing. Drinks.
Jeez.
I just put DDLP. Live music. People who don't stress you out.
That's it.
So it doesn't matter where, as
No.
long as it has those things.
No. Yes. I mean, as long as it has, there's
You
some,
never said food on that list at all.
there's some important, well, I mean, food is like essential just to live. So probably a good idea.
So you want good food. I
I-
just want food.
Just food.
Oh, see, that's the issue.
Okay. Well, then,
Just kidding. I'm just messing with you.
wow. I'm going to plan your party.
I would love for you to plan me a party.
I'm going to, but I'm not going to ask you to do it for you.
You are.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm going to just make it happen.
Because there's no party. We're just going on a trip. Yours is different. Yours is a party.
Oh, we are going on a trip.
Yeah.
You already established this.
Woo, yeah.
Okay.
Curacao. Caraco.
I thought
I
that
like
was
it.
for our 10th anniversary.
Same thing.
Holy crap.
Same party. Anyways, it's Caraco, right? Caracas? Caraco.
Caucus?
Because Curacao is a drink, I think. Caraco?
No, it's blue curacao is a drink, and that might be from that country. Maybe.
Anyways, near
Does anybody
Aruba.
know it has a little squiggly
The
steam?
one near Aruba. Okay, so I feel like we have some information going. That's really going to help.
But
me
those are
plan.
the important things to me. Is like, I really want live music, and it doesn't have to be
Right.
Deftones.
What about if it's a DJ?
Doesn't have to be Bring Me the Horizon.
Can I get? Wait, not a DJ
Doesn't
though.
have to be
Okay.
Bad Omens.
I see what you're saying, but those are not options. Just take it to Aftershock then.
But there's some local bands too. I mean, like,
Who?
there's Seth.
Seth Kraminski? Look at me.
Sure.
Okay.
You said it wrong, but that's totally fine.
I don't think I did.
Kaminsky, not
Dang it.
Kraminski.
You're right. Did I say it wrong?
There's Ambiverse.
Okay.
There's National Lines.
Okay.
You know, just see if like.
So any of these people.
Well, just saying that we know some local bands too that might just
What about
show
Burning-
up
Burning
for nothing.
Daylight?
Burning Daylight people.
Okay.
He's the Peter's
like,
also in an '80s cover band
Dancing
now.
wise, I just don't know that they're dancing people.
Did you hear?
I heard
You're listening. What I'm saying.
80s band cover.
He has, yeah, that in that order. Grammar, not your thing.
I wrote it down right. 80s cover band. So rude.
Well, I'm getting frustrated. Look at me all.
Why?
flustered.
Because this is not a fun
'Cause-
topic.
No, this is absolutely gut wrenching.
I'm enjoying this.
Of course you are. You love the times that we do these shows where I'm just like, oh, having to defend myself or trying to get
You
bumped.
don't have to defend yourself. We're just taking notes here. People are just helping us plan your birthday
We
shindig.
are not. You.
Your box is still empty.
There's nothing for me to say.
You've said it all.
I've lived it all.
Here's what we've learned, guys. Birthday party September 9th in the PM. It is going to be
After our nephew's party.
Yes.
So if you're attending that, you probably won't come to mine
Why?
because that makes it a 15-hour day for you. So I apologize for the people that are in my family that are going to that party. And so either they won't make it because they're tired or they're going to use it as an excuse not to come.
Right.
Okay. I'm just putting that out into the universe because that's how our family works.
They'll show up. Anyways, so we're gonna do live music from one of the 5 bands that we know. We're gonna say 25 people. I feel like it's gonna be like 40 because 25 is just my side. 40 people. Okay, that's our goal. Close to home. Vibe is live music. All ages. You don't care about food. I do. I'm thinking Knox barbecue. Barbecue. See? I see your face. You know you want the Knox barbecue. All right, I think we've done it. I'm going to plan it I'm going to have someone else plan it. I'm going to give them all the ideas we had and have them make all the phone calls and plan it for you. Good job. Good advice. That's how you plan a 50th birthday shindig.
Worst episode ever. I am so sorry that Dina, you showed up for this episode.
Why?
I feel like it might be Dina's first live
Her only.
episode ever, and we have been. If you can unsubscribe to something you haven't subscribed to, I think that's about to happen.
I was okay with this one.
It wasn't
awful. That bad. We're not even done yet.
Every time we're done, like the whole advice, it's over, and we haven't even been an hour.
But we gave good advice.
To who?
To me. I mean, obviously.
So I just look at it this way. I was like, I've said this so many times about you. I'm just really glad you're cute. Because otherwise, this is just annoying AF.
Oh, man.
Oh, you're something.
So if you want, we could turn my rants into an advice me not, but I really needed that.
Yeah, you did.
We could turn our parenting when kids are mean to you rant into an advice me not.
Oh, we don't want to get there. That'll be aggressive. Did you have another subject? Because we can do a second one.
No, but I have the pink box of shame.
And then maybe we'll come back. No. Oh, shoot. Okay.
What?
You haven't gone through the cards.
Well, go ahead and talk about something. I'll go through the cards.
We're going to just do some random questions for a while because
Scooter didn't like
we
my
need to
topic.
vamp and I need to take a freaking breath.
Bonus round. Ooh,
So yeah, this is where we have some random questions that I built a deck of cards out of. Because if anybody knows me, I like games. I mean, look behind Sarah. That's probably an eighth. Probably an eighth. If you see this, if you're watching the video of this, it's probably about an eighth of the games that I currently own. Yes, and then of course, we're gonna send some games to Dina.
Yeah.
And we don't have the games to send to her, so I had to make sure our next order that's gonna be one of my shout outs too, is Calliope Games. I'm ordering a few from Calliope Games to make sure that Dina gets not just some of the ones that I think she's gonna like, but also some that we actually do use in our curricula. So, and our lesson plans and stuff. So I'm going to send you a couple of those. So stay tuned.
All right, go ahead. What's your question?
I don't know. I was vamping while you have dead air while you're shuffling.
I don't have dead air. You're talking. There you go.
You had dead air. I had to vamp.
Well, we can't talk at the same time.
Holy cow.
That happens on a Saturday.
Let's do it.
Okay.
That's why we don't do it on Saturdays.
It's true.
Because it's just a hodgepodge of idiocracy.
Yes.
All right. Right.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
But I think I have a burp.
No, that's gross.
We had
This goes
burgers and beer tonight.
We had
well,
turkey burgers.
they were not. I mean, they're good for you burgers. Turkey burgers and beer. All right. First question is, what is a telltale sign that you are upset? I feel like we've done this before.
Maybe. What's your telltale sign?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
I just get mad.
That's not true.
My tone, when I'm upset, my tone, my vernacular gets aggressive. I attack verbally people.
Yeah.
That's when you know I'm upset. I mean,
your eyebrows do weird things.
well,
They have a mind of its
what if
own.
I'm on the phone?
It doesn't matter.
You can see my eyebrows through the phone.
That's not what the question said.
All right.
It didn't say what other people see about you that knows you're upset. Bailey said vernacular, big words.
Well, that's what there's another one. That's another telltale sign, Bailey. Thanks for piping in. This is my daughter, Bailey, piping in. Thank you, because that's another telltale sign that you were upset. Or I'm ranting, or I'm like something takes over my body and I become smart for a second. And then I come back to my dumb self.
I just go silent. I'm a silent human if I'm upset. And if I haven't said any words to you in 5 minutes and we're having a conversation and I'm mad and you're mad, just understand I should probably walk away. Because in my mind, I am trying real hard to not say what I'm thinking because I know it's going to be mean. Real hard. You word vomit and you say everything you're thinking. And I was like, we could have held that back.
If I've gotten to the point where I am silent, that means in my mind, I've already knocked you the F out.
That's fair, I guess.
Once I get to silent, I'm past upset.
Oh. When I leave the house, I'm past upset.
Yeah, it's like
if I've left the house, you could be concerned. Where it's not a good moment if I've had to leave the house for a walk.
Yeah, what was that? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good day.
Is that when like the windows in the neighborhood were broken out?
Probably. I would never
you just saw red.
Vandalize other people's property. I just run around the block, honestly. If I leave, it's because I have to go for a run. And I just run around the block. Yeah. And then, which isn't really a good thing for me in our neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
dark.
Let's have a black person run around the neighborhood in the dark.
I like midnight.
That's smart.
But I don't know what to tell you. I can't stay. It's not going to end well. Okay, you want to pick one?
You give me stuff that I get to ask, and now you get...
Just play along today.
This is not even a game anymore.
It's not even a real day. It's Saturday. Oh my gosh.
This day is not even real.
It's not even real. Just do what I say. If people suddenly got paid for bad behavior, what habit would make you a fortune?
You're going to have to read that again.
If people suddenly got paid for bad behavior, what habit would you make a fortune?
Me?
What habit would make you a fortune? Yes. What's your bad behavior, basically?
Right.
You wrote the question.
What? No, it's...
Here.
Yes, I did write it. But the bad behavior has to be something that I do a lot.
Yes.
That's all that's saying.
Yes.
I don't know. What's something I do over and over?
Mansplain. I shouldn't say dadsplain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dadsplaining would make you $1 million.
That's my job. You gotta
But you dadsplain to people who aren't your kids. You just like you're just a dadsplainer.
To other kids.
To everyone.
Not to
the dog.
Not to adults.
You have your moments.
But most adults are younger than me. So yeah. They
That
still
doesn't
could
matter.
I mean, if you're 30 or under, you could be my child. So I'm gonna dadsplain the crap out of stuff. It's so true. And don't you laugh too hard, Bailey.
It's true.
Because I am a dadsplainer, that is for sure. Especially with, I mean, yes, this may be to defend myself, but I didn't have somebody to explain stuff to me.
Right.
Just I didn't. Either they were absent or whatever. I mean, we can talk about that. Talk to my therapist.
Not today.
It's fine. But realistically, I didn't have that kind of person in my life. So I feel like, hey, maybe it might be nice for somebody to have that. So my intentions are good.
Right. Always.
Okay.
Well,
They don't.
Listen.
Well, not when I start
When
using.
you're mad.
No, when I'm mad, I was like, just get out of my face. I have said that
This week.
recently.
Yesterday.
Was it yesterday or the day before?
Day before.
It's been a couple days.
Anyways.
But yes, I'm a dad splainer
Yes.
because I was like, but I look at this. I wish I had somebody like that. In my life that has done those things in life and could have shown me. Instead, I didn't have to figure it out all out on my own.
Yeah.
So nobody taught me how to, solder a pipe together. Nobody taught me how to run electricity through my house. Nobody taught me how to, I had to learn on my own or,
I
buy
think the
a book.
hard part is
I couldn't look it up on the internet. I had to buy a book
as
in my day.
a person who gets dad splained to by you, sometimes your dad splaining feels a little condescending.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
for sure.
I think that's the part where people are just like, I don't want to listen to you because now you just make me feel like an idiot.
Well, sometimes people are being an idiot.
I agree,
Like,
but that
that's-
doesn't matter. It's a teaching moment. You don't get to tell people they're idiots.
Are you sure?
Yes. This is why you're not a teacher.
That's why I am, what is it? Education adjacent.
Yes. That's why Valerie does the teaching.
I am not hands-on. And I think that's where a lot of people is like, oh man, you're so patient. I was like, no, I am not.
It's not.
But I understand the reason I do what I do in life is because I wish I would have had
Right.
those skills taught to me or available for me
Yeah.
as a kid. So as an adult, I can do better with them. Could you imagine if I didn't learn from this, how much of a prick?
Oh, we wouldn't be together.
No.
There's no friggin' way.
I mean, I was
Lose
not
my mind.
I was not a good person for a while, and to a lot of people. So I feel like that's why I went back into that. But there's no way that I could do what my lead educator does, Valerie, what Lucy does, that develops the
You don't have
programs.
people patience like that.
No, I don't. I just don't. I have planning. I have drive, tenacity.
Yeah.
Those types of things to keep the thing running.
Right.
While everybody, that's my role.
All right. My bad habit would be the comment I make all the time. I'll remember that. If I could get paid for every time that I think I'm going to remember something I should be doing, I'd be a gajillionaire. But I remember almost nothing.
That's true. But I also feel here's where you would make more money.
Okay.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah, it's going to be mean. I got it.
It's not mean. It's factual.
Okay.
Picking up after yourself.
Oh, because I don't want to.
Okay. I'm just telling, like I think that's a universal. If somebody said picking up after yourself is a good habit, not picking up after yourself is a bad habit. And it's a bad
Okay.
habit, right? Is
But
that
here-
not what the card?
but
No, hold
yes.
on. I'm asking a question. What's the actual card say?
I don't care. But here's the thing:
Oh,
is that
good
if you didn't pick up
Off
after
the
me,
rails.
because before you didn't, like I picked up after myself, I would pick up after myself. But you're like, oh no, I got it. I'll do laundry. I'm like, well then why am I gonna do laundry if you're gonna do laundry? Why am I gonna pick up after myself if you're going to? That's stupid. You've already said you would do it. Why would I make the effort?
But there's a difference between. Okay, there's a difference between putting it in the sink and just when you're done, you just get up and walk away. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. I'm saying as a bad habit. It's not a complaint.
It can't be a
'cause I
bad
enjoy it.
habit. You have created this.
I'm saying a bad habit as by definition of a bad habit. So also, yes, I do probably, I don't say 100%, but probably 80% of the laundry.
Yes.
Probably about 80. But there's a difference between me having to search around the house for your dirty clothes than
Right.
if you just put them in the basket and then I just do laundry.
And 80% of the clothes make it in the basket.
So I was like, yep, I have to go into the bathroom. She leave any clothes here? Go to her side of the bed. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's like 4 pairs of socks down tucked in the cushions.
Yes.
Downstairs. And then here becomes my larger frustration.
Okay.
Not with you. It's the example that you set, and then we have a son
Who does the same
who
thing.
does the exact same thing as you do.
Yeah.
And then we're telling him not to.
Yes.
That's the do as I say, not as I do.
Yes. Because I get to. I'm an adult. I can do whatever the heck I want.
But I'm just sitting there like, his socks are always shoved in the cushions
Yes.
down here. His clothes are everywhere in the
Yes.
house. His shoes.
And I tell him to move them.
Right, but
And as soon as
they're sitting right next to your
as
clothes.
soon as he pays a bill in the house, he can do whatever the F he wants to. But guess what? He doesn't. So he
Ooh, that's a
has to
fav-
put his shoes somewhere.
That's a favorite.
Yes.
I wish Tony was in the chat right now because Tony and I have talked about this. Have talked about him saying you don't pay the bills and that to his daughters and stuff. He's like, I wanted to say that, but he goes, but my dad used to say that to me and I hated it so much. So I was like, it's okay to hate that,
but it's fact. I'm
It is
sorry.
fact.
It just is.
it's a different
just
style.
is. But the
And
funny thing is like
I agree with you.
if you weren't here, if you didn't do those things, I would do them. I wouldn't leave stuff all over the place because then I'd have to pick up after myself, and I don't want to do that. But you pick up after me, so I'm just gonna do it. If you said, Sarah, stop leaving your stuff everywhere, I'd be like,
I
Fine.
agree with you 1,000,000,000%. What I'm saying is what the question asked.
it's not a bad habit if somebody made me do it.
Oh my gosh. So all I'm saying is by definition a bad habit. That's what it is.
Yes.
I love cleaning up after you. Now the one thing, here's the one part that I don't love is like when you go, "Oh, I don't have any clean jeans to wear." I'm like, don't you dare.
Well, the issue is my jeans never get washed because they're
There's
so
a reason.
annoying.
You buy jeans that like create more blue ink than blue ink
Only after the
creates
first
on
2
its own.
times, and then it's done.
The first 400.
It's 2 and it's done.
Your jeans have ruined more clothes in this house than anything else.
That was like 5. The last time I bought jeans was like 5 years ago.
My collector's
Oh,
aftershock
gosh.
shirt is stained blue. I wasn't going to wear it anyways.
I know.
It's fine. No, all I'm saying is, yes, I wash your jeans usually last because it's the bottom of the bucket and we never get to the bottom of the bucket. But when we do, I wash your jeans by themselves.
Yes.
I separate whites, jeans, your
And I'm not complaining to you.
satanic jeans.
I obviously go wash my own jeans. I wash laundry.
Oh, and I'm not complaining to you either. All I'm saying is, by definition, a bad habit,
a long
you'd
rant.
make a lot of money
I mean, yes.
by not cleaning up after yourself. You got paid for not
I would
cleaning
get
up
paid
after
more
yourself.
of the procrastination and not getting things done. And saying, I'll remember.
I think those
My
kind of go in the
I
same.
remember moments
Oh,
are
that's
so
a lot.
bad.
Those are a lot.
All right. Do you want to do that? I mean, we should probably move on.
Oh,
That was
to
a good
something
bonus
else?
round.
Another advise me not.
I don't have any more advise me not.
Does anybody have? I mean, I don't know. I think we've alienated most of our viewers.
Sorry, guys.
Is there anybody that wants to? If anybody wants to chime with an advise me not, we are ready for it. If not, well, do you have a running list of advise me nots? Probably not.
I mean,
I told you to put the list together.
it's in my phone.
Okay, then
You're on the same chat I'm on.
what do you mean? No, I said all the people that we crowdsource them from. I was
Yeah.
like, make a list of them. The
Oh.
reason I said that is because you get to choose advise me not. So I
Right.
think that would have made sense.
Well, I just go back to the text messages and pull one.
So in
But
other words,
we
I need
did
a
that.
vamp for another 3 minutes if you want to get another advise me not.
No. I think we could just go on to the what's up in your area.
All right. So it's going to be a very short episode for us today. I apologize for the
Wait, okay, I'll
amazing
look.
planning that didn't happen.
It's fine. You keep vamping and I'll look in our,
See?
in our thing.
It's, oh, that's a great idea. How about that? Oh, so what's somebody up? Okay, so here's kind of a newer segment, and of course, Scooter's lazy. I haven't made a sounder for these things, because we do this for fun. But it's called What's Up? No, what is it? What's Up in You, area.
Yes.
So it's supposed to, yeah, it's funny. What's up in you? What's up in you, area?
Yeah.
So I have one thing.
Okay.
Here in Natomas, Sacramento, go buy some fireworks, bro.
Oh yeah. I mean
Because
anywhere.
yeah, no, we're okay. So there's the boosters that we talked about at the beginning of this. Just go buy fireworks anywhere. It's totally
Well, if
fine.
you're not from here, you have to buy fireworks over your ad.
Holy cow!
That's what I'm
But if you're in
saying.
Sacramento, please come up to North Natomas, because we are part of the Music Booster program, Intercom High School Music Booster, and it's our first year that I signed them up for a year ago, and now they're in a panic mode because they didn't plan anything. But we do have a fireworks stand open right now, so all the proceeds to that goes directly to the Intercom High School Music Booster program. So it basically makes sure that people go into competitions. They do marching band, they do color guard, they do wind ensemble, they do orchestra stuff. Jazz band. They do a lot of stuff, and it costs money.
Yeah.
So we created a 501c3 a couple years ago to try and help fund that. So if you're up in the area, so what's up in you or area, come on up to North Natomas. If you live in Houston, come on up. It's totally fine.
That's a drive.
Yeah,
or a flight.
it's totally worth it. I don't know.
Okay, I have another
that's what's
topic
up.
for advising me not.
So we're bouncing back.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to.
Advise me not.
Why do you make that face? at
Because
me?
you frustrate. Because I like to do things a little bit more structured. I like to
This
make
is
sure
good for you.
that people. Yeah, but you doing things more structured would be good for you.
But
you don't adapt. I have to adapt to you.
Lies. I do everything structured every other Friday. Usually, I'm good. It's just today.
That was last Friday was the same. The last one we did was the same thing. We kept
I don't
bouncing back and
agree.
forth.
That's wrong. I don't
But
listen.
you
so I
also
don't
did.
know.
You also did what we wanted to do. But my vamp was what's up in you or
Right.
area.
Right. I don't know where you're going with this. Anyways, so something.
I was trying to say I should have.
You're wrong. Is that what
I
you're
should have piped down because I did. I was gonna vamp. I vamped. You did what you said you were gonna do,
saying? Right.
and then I
accept
and I
your
don't like
apology.
that look either.
I accept your apology.
When she does this, she has this like no, not even that. There's this thing. It's this.
My
I'm
smug
like-
look.
When she does that, I'm like,
I don't know how to make it.
no, because you don't make the face.
The face makes me.
All right. What is this? Is this a
Are you ready for
it's a new Bones Thug?
Bone Thug?
Whatever. Harmony.
One shot too many. Okay. So somebody asked us, how do you continue to grow as an adult? Like, how do you know?
Are you sure we didn't do this one already?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't look back at the topics.
Okay.
How
Good
do you
to know.
continue to grow as an adult? I feel like you get through high school and they say, congratulations, you've graduated. Move on with your life.
Yeah.
But then what do you do?
Keep learning.
What does that mean? Don't say it again.
Don't ever think you know everything
Okay.
in anything. It's not that simple, but it really truly
That
is.
means
It's
just
like,
Google everything?
I was like, if there's anybody in here that's no, do it.
Hey, Val.
If you, checking in.
Yeah.
Hey, Valerie O, the VO,
Okay.
the great VO.
Oh, it's weird. Okay, continue.
We have to, as an artist, as a writer, which is an artist, I get it, or a musician, or as an auditor, as a fireman, as a builder, there's always something new and improved coming out, right? So if you look at it, and I know this is a weird example, but you're always, something's more innovative than what you were doing right now. For everyone.
Right.
There's something more innovative in your industry or in your life that you don't even know about.
True.
So when it crosses your path, do you go, no, I'm good, I know everything? Or is like, everything I have is working great, and then you just move on? Or do you go, that's interesting, I should try that? So instead of,
Both. Depends on the day.
But all I'm saying is I don't say I do this all the time. I'm just this is why it's an advise me not, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm just giving my opinion, not what I actually do. Not that I'm a specialist in any area.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When did you feel like you were an adult? Like, did you ever have a moment where you're like, I feel like I'm kind of like I'm old. I'm old, but I feel like I know what I'm doing a little bit as a person over the age of 18.
I think, me personally, I think it happened at different times because I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know if you can see, if you're watching this video, if you're listening on, it's awful, but the road to success is not like the hypotenuse of a right triangle, right? It doesn't go straight up, right? It starts going up and then it comes back down and then it comes back up and goes a little bit higher than it was before, then comes back down and then comes back up, So if you look at it as a summary, it's always going up, but it takes a lot of dips or some plateaus, like some flat lines. So me personally, there's probably been like 3 or 4 times where I felt like I was an adult and then regressed.
To childhood.
No, I didn't do that. There are some times in my life, but I did feel like I was in a corner sucking my thumb, finding my happy place.
When's
but
the
that's not what
first
it's
time
physical.
you felt like you were an adult?
Probably right when Ariel was very, very young. It was probably when I was 20, maybe 20, 21.
It's pretty young.
Well, I mean, because
She had a baby.
But I had a kind of a pretty progressive few years, like I graduated from high school, 18, a little later than I should have, 5 years in high school. Got married.
Yeah.
Right. Bought a house, had a baby, and by like 2021, had all those 3 things, and I started my own company. So I was like, I felt like I was self-sufficient. I didn't need anybody's assistance at that point.
Right.
I paid all my bills. I bought my house, which we did have a co-signer. I totally get that, but they didn't pay for anything. It was a co-signer.
Yeah.
They didn't help me with down payment or anything like that.
So the self-sufficient side is when you felt like you were.
That's how I felt. Like that was my first moment. It was probably 20. Maybe, it was probably around there. Bought a house, had my own car. We owned 2 cars.
Yeah.
Flat out. Didn't have a car payment. We had owned 2 cars. They weren't awesome, but we owned them. Started my own business, had a kid, had a house, had a wife, and we didn't need, at that point, anybody else's assistance.
Right.
So that was probably my first time that I felt like an actual true adult.
Yeah.
You?
I don't know that I can remember the first time. I'm not even sure I feel like an adult now.
Oh, that's different. I don't feel like an adult now.
But I don't know that I've ever had
But
that
I feel like that's
feeling
learning.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I've always felt like I haven't done enough yet.
That's different. I feel like that's different because
But I've never felt like I don't know that I've ever felt like I'm very self-sufficient. I've been self-sufficient. Like I am, obviously.
Yeah, you're
but I don't.
self-sufficient.
But even that moment, I don't know that I felt like, I always feel like I should be doing something else. So I've never actually reached that point of I'm an adult.
So maybe you haven't, here's my thought on that is you haven't figured out what the definition of an adult is to you.
Right.
That's all that is.
Right.
That doesn't mean you're not an adult.
Right.
Or
I just don't. I've never reached in my mind what I thought that it is.
See, and I have a pretty decent, to me, my thought on, and it's just my own definition. It's not a real definition, but my definition of an adult, because I think we talked about, I think it was Moriah we were talking about. So we have one of the gals that was staying with us over this last weekend. She's like our, I don't know, 6th kid.
Right.
Mariah Sorter. She really is like, she is our kid.
Yeah.
She's definitely our daughter. But she started listening to some of these and she went through the, like, what is it? Something about adulting, like parenting adult kids. I think we had an episode of that. Adult children. And that was kind of, she listened to that and I was like, wow, that's amazing. She goes, I don't think I'll ever be an adult. Or I was like, it's going to be a long time. I was like, it does. It takes a long time. But my definition, my pure definition is you're self-sufficient. Now, that just means you don't need somebody else's help.
Right.
Not that you can't use it.
Right.
Not that other people's help is warranted.
Yeah.
It helps you grow as a person and your community and everything. But if you took away the community that you're in, you took away your partnerships that you're in, you took away all that, your parents helping, all that kind of stuff, could you still function
right.
on your own? And it could be minimal function, like you could eat, have a place to live, pay rent or pay your mortgage and still have a job. Could you do those things if you took all those things away from you? If that is true, I feel like that's what an adult is to me.
Yeah.
So you could still be an adult. I mean, we talk about being an adult is 18. Well, that's crap.
Right.
Because some people in other countries or even in this country by 15 or 16 are already have those self-sufficient. Right. They already have an income. They have a place to live, right? And they're taking care of themselves with nobody else helping them.
Right.
15, 16 years old. So to me, that's somebody I would like, hey, how's it going? I need to know, how'd you do that? And then there's other people that are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and we know these people that cannot survive on their own.
True.
And they haven't done that for years. It's not a season in their life. It's just they haven't done it. Well, they may have done it in the past, but they haven't done it for a good 5-10 years now.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where you're like, okay, you've lost grasp on what it is to be an adult.
Yeah. Oh, good call. Okay. So Bailey said, I thought I was an adult at 18 when I moved out. And then at 21 when I got married. Then I had a kid at 26 and I was like, oh, this is being an adult.
Right? It's a growth thing. It's kind of like, oh, I'm an adult. And you go, oh, no, now I'm an adult. You go, oh, no, now I'm an adult. And the same way, I was like, I thought my first feeling of being an adult was when I was 20. I had my house, had my all, had everything that society told me means you're an adult. And then find out that gets pulled out from underneath you, right? Just one aspect. And you go, whoa, I got some growing up to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's if you realize that you're self-sufficient, to me, that's your first step of being an adult. It means you're an adult. But if you stop learning how to be an adult and how to be, it just becomes a bigger, more important word after your first time of being an adult. So yeah, thanks, Bailey.
Yeah, that was a topic by the other Valerie. Your Valerie Holt.
Your Valerie.
Holt Ensign.
Ensign Holt. Holt Ensign. That's the coolest thing with those. This couple. They both
have each other's last names.
They both hyphenated each other's names.
Yeah.
And I think that's like one of the coolest things I've ever seen happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say too. So like, I feel like too, adulting is like the worst job in the world. Number one, it's terrible.
Let's put it this. It's adulting is like parenting. It's the most thankless job I've ever experienced. There's no pat on the back.
Yeah.
There's
you just have to do it.
There's no thank you.
Right.
There's no you're welcomes. It's just.
Unless you're thanking yourself. I mean, that's it.
Well, my shoulders are always stiff. It's hard to high five myself.
Jesus. So I feel like
my shirt came up.
It's this weird thing, this balance of being an adult, of you don't want to just settle and be like, I'm good where I'm at, but you also don't want to always feel like you have to do more. Because like it's that point of you want to keep growing, so you can't just be like, I'm good where I'm at, but you don't always want to be striving for more every single time, because then you're not appreciating where you're at. I don't know how to live that part either.
I have less appreciation for where I'm at, and I'm always striving for more.
Yeah, but then you don't ever appreciate where you're at.
Right, and you have more appreciation for where you're at. So sometimes I do know that you feel stagnant.
Yes.
Yeah, in a sense, it's like I'm never doing enough.
That's true.
You know, I was like, so I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
So how do you continue to grow? Keep doing things.
Mm.
Just keep saying yes to things.
Oh, stop.
Say yes to positive things.
I was like,
and no to negative things.
Oh my gosh.
Math.
Like you're making this so convoluted.
No, look, math.
Look, math.
Listen to what I'm saying. Plus, plus, minus, minus, right? If you say yes to a positive thing,
It's
good.
a plus.
If you say yes to a negative thing,
It's bad.
bad. Say no to a negative thing. See?
That's
That's what I'm
good.
saying. It's
I mean,
always math.
We understand.
Some engineer
You're basically
from Germany.
PEMDAS. We understand the order of operations and
Not everyone does.
how two negatives make a positive.
Whatever. Listen.
All I'm saying is learn. Listen. Open your mind.
Yeah.
Because what you know right now will change.
Yes.
It's the way it is. I think there was somebody talking about they talked about science, right? Science is, how do I put it? Science and growth is more than just fact. Science is fact, right? I mean, the study of science is not. Science is fact. It already exists. It works the way it works when we don't know why, and we're always trying to figure it out. The study of science is not always fact. The study of science is what we know right now.
Right.
Right? So if we learn something new and science changes its mind, that doesn't mean that they're a hypocrite. You're not a hypocrite because you changed your mind.
Right.
Like science, it didn't change its mind. It got more information. So it did something new and did something different. That's how we should be as growing. Like, we only know so much. So as we learn more information, we are allowed to change our mind.
True.
That's not being a hypocrite.
It's growth.
That's growth.
Right.
That's understanding ourselves, understanding people, understanding whatever. And that's, I mean, the basis of science. That's the basis of, I mean, if we're not based on science, we're kind of screwed.
Based on unicorns.
Yes. I still feel unicorns were real.
All right.
Before the buffalo.
Good advise me not number 2. I still like to advise me not number 1. Screw it in. It's fine.
No, it's frustrating.
Too bad for you.
And we're going to revisit it. Not
Yeah.
today, though.
Birthday party.
We're gonna revisit it
September
late
9th.
at night.
Come visit us.
September 9th.
Invitations out.
Just don't come early because everybody's
can
going to be
come
at our
early.
nephew's party.
You're invited to that party too. My sister said so. Everyone's invited.
Did you hear me drop my pen?
I didn't care.
I did it again.
I just didn't care.
I'm upset.
All right. So I have my what's up in your area, but it kind of plays off of yours.
What's up in you area?
So yes, July 4th is Tuesday. On a Tuesday. Our favorite thing to do, literally, because it's free, is to go sit in our front yard with some chairs and some drinks and watch everyone else's fireworks.
Fact.
Because we're so close to downtown and West Sac and Rayleigh Field that we could see all the fireworks from right here. And people go to all the illegal ones in our neighborhood. It's great. It's like a whole fireworks show.
Yeah.
So we just sit out on our front sidewalk.
Sometimes we go up there's a little balcony up there, but right now it's having some weird
Leaking and there's spiders. No,
condensation
it's not
thing.
the time.
Not a lot of spiders up there. I've been out there. But there's a little balcony outside of our son's like window. We used to sit up there.
Yeah.
But now we're like, screw it. It's
It's
summer.
on the sidewalk.
I mean, we have to get some chairs then. Our chairs are,
We have all the foldable chairs in the world.
no, we don't. The ones outside, they're
No,
about to fall
not
apart.
those.
They're
The
janky.
plastic ones that are in the garage.
Oh, you're right. And we
Yeah.
have tables. We
Yeah.
did that last year, right?
Not a table, but yes, we did do chairs.
Somebody did.
We didn't do a table.
Oh, we went outside front last year. and-
We do it every year.
yeah.
Every single
And-
year.
Yeah, because Mo was here or something.
I
They
don't
were playing cards on the table.
Anyways, go sit outside. It's free. Bring a drink.
Yeah, sit outside,
Watch other
look
people's
up.
fireworks.
Because that's been my mantra for years is every once in a while when you're walking, and I think a lot of people that are close to me understand that and they do that. That's why I keep them close to me. Is instead of watching the sidewalk or looking down and stuff, you got to look up. because there's so much amazingness out there,
I agree. But in Natomas,
especially in the 4th of July.
let me just say this. In Natomas, you do have to look down because people let their dogs pooey on the sidewalk. So
and
if
then
you don't
there's
look
bugs.
down, you're standing in it.
There's a
and
lot
it's
of bugs,
gross.
like
Natomas.
the little beetles and
Don't move here.
cockroaches. They run across the sidewalk.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready for
scary.
I'm ready for some good things.
Shout out!
Woo!
You're ready for a shout out.
It's a good thing shout out.
Oh my gosh. Like, why do I even make these segments?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Do you have any?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So first, these are going to be very, whatever. I have to say, the shout out is we're going to start taking some of this podcast stuff, this live broadcast stuff on the road. And the reason is,
It's really loud outside.
yes, I know, right? Sounds great. We're going to take this on the road thanks to Rode.
Yes.
Haha. So, yeah, Rode, the company. They're based out of Australia. If you're into audio equipment at all, you probably already know who they are. So we entered a little thing on Discord through Rode. We ended up in one of the top 10s. So we got some equipment. You don't see it here.
Not yet.
No, because it's going to be kind of our
our
travel
To
set,
go stuff.
right? This is going to be our at-home studio stuff. But we're going to start bringing this on the road. So when we travel, because we do travel more than some people, not as much as others.
A lot, I feel like. Yeah.
Yes. But when we do that, we always feel like, hey, this would be a really nice time to bring some of these people that we're hanging out with in real life
Yeah.
on the show. So instead of bringing people to us, we're big on
We're coming to you.
coming to you.
So if you don't want to be on the podcast, too bad.
Don't ask us to visit then. But no, I'm trying to put together a little kit and that kind of thing, and kind of a starter pack. We won some headphones, a really nice microphone, a nice little mixer, a small compact mixer. We won it. So I was like, well, we've been talking about this for a while, and the universe goes, well, here you go. It's time to go on the road.
Scooter wins everything.
No, that's not true.
It's true.
No, we won it because of this podcast. Like,
But when you enter things, you
they
win them.
watched the podcast and said,
Not this
we like them.
episode.
It was definitely not this episode. Like, who cares about people turning 50? Good God.
Everyone. Anyways.
So, yes, we do considerable amount of traveling. I think last few years we've been Atlanta, Tennessee,
Me or both of us?
all of us, like in general.
Colorado, Utah, Washington, Nevada,
We did go to Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta.
But that was more of a vacation thing. But like the places where we go and see people.
Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, Canada. Went to Vancouver. Those types of things. So we really want to come and not just talk about it, but be about it. So we would like.
It's funny to say.
Why?
This makes it sound old.
How?
Because the old person saying.
Well, we're just the whole episode's been about me being 50, bro. All right. So I have to say, the big shout out to Rode, and I don't care. I don't know who it was. I don't even know the person's real name because it's just a Discord name. But for some reason, they watched our podcast and thought we should win. It wasn't a random thing. It wasn't a drawing out of a hat.
Someone liked us.
Like somebody actually enjoyed what we did at Rode and said they're in the top 10.
Like it.
So I was like, that's one of my shout outs.
You have two?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a second one.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll go mine. So shout out to everyone in California right now to their air conditioning system.
Good Lord.
We are
Could you
at
imagine?
110 today. And our air conditioner has been working all day. This poor little guy working his little butt off, trying to keep our house at 77. Someone tried to keep it at 75. I was wearing a sweater this morning because it was so cold. But shout out to the air
Guilty.
conditioning
Guilty.
systems
75.
trying to keep our AC going in this heat. I'm so excited about it.
And there was
summer.
a few years ago, around this time of year, our AC went out.
Yeah, it did. It was bad.
It
was rough.
do you know what they call that? A crisis.
It was in a crisis.
It was a crisis.
It was a don't talk to me because I'm really hot and
It
pissed
was
off.
very inconvenient.
Yeah.
It did suck.
That's fine now.
But
shout out to all the air conditioning
no,
systems
but really, it was a crisis.
working their hearts out. That was my first one. Go ahead.
All right.
See, Urel says Texas heat just as bad. I think
Texas.
for
I mean,
longer.
Texas has been longer.
Yeah.
Texas has been like for that, over a month or
yeah.
so.
It took California. It took us a long time to get to 100 degrees
Yeah, seriously.
for us AC units. Yep. Yeah, for
don't-
California, I feel like we've been behind. Like it finally broke 100, and I was like, "Yes, 100 degrees." It's summer. It should be
No,
100.
nobody should say that.
I say it.
You
It should be
did.
100 degrees in the summer.
It's the level right now. It's the level on Super Mario Brothers where the sun is trying to kill you.
Yes.
That it happens every year here.
Oh, it's my
You see the sun up there. It's
favorite.
like, oh, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, I love
And
I
shoots
love
down.
when it's this hot. You
No.
walk outside and you're like, ugh.
Isn't that the
so good.
cactus level too? Like there's cactuses,
Love
cacti.
summer.
That's how I feel every time. I was like, I am Mario, and the sun's trying to kill me.
Ah, so good.
This is the time of year I didn't leave. I walked outside to get our Instacart.
That's not even walking outside. Just open the front door.
No, I had to go out there. They had to check my ID.
That's still the front door.
Right. They had to check my ID because we ordered some beer. So I had to walk out there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you didn't walk the dog at all today.
God, no.
That seems not right.
I let her out on the back porch where she wanted to sunbathe, and she came back in like a second later going, wow, I didn't know it was going to be that hot.
Oh, it's my favorite time.
She really didn't. She was begging me to go outside. She was wagging her tails like, I want to go outside. Our little blind dog, and then she hops out there and she's like,
It's hot.
I don't like this. I was like, oh no. So that's cute.
All right, that's my first one. What's your second one?
My second one is Clappy Games.
Hey.
I have to say, if you're still in the chat, Dina, you're gonna get. That's what we're waiting on is some shipment from Clappy Games. Some shit.
Right.
A shipment from Clappy Games. So I haven't ordered from them for a little while because we ordered a lot of our games from them for our lesson plans and everything. So I haven't needed them for a while. And so they're not showing up till like the end of
July.
No, at the end of July. The end of next week.
Okay.
I think they're due to be here like July 6th or 7th.
Oh.
So there's just a couple of them I think that she would appreciate. So I was like, I'm going to cut an order with them again. So I have to give a big shout out to them because they're a small company. They produce great games. The owner's a super cool dude. He actually lives in Tennessee somewhere. I think it is Knoxville. I think that's where the warehouse is, in Knoxville. And I've met this guy a few times, and yeah, they really care about games being inclusive for all ages.
Yeah.
In the sense, and not just because like not all ages, like you sit down and you feel like this is dumb as an adult. It's more of like you could play, an 8-year-old could play against somebody who's 65 and they'd be on the same playing field and they can play the same game.
Right.
That's their passion. So that's why we partnered with them years ago. And I kind of reignited that when I looked through their library and was ordering some new stuff. And I was like, I did order a few more games that I was like, okay, I need to check that out. Because Ray Wares, he designed one of them and he's the owner of the company. So he's still not just the owner, he still designs some of these board games. So Calliope Games, if you don't know about them, you've probably played their games. You didn't even know it. The biggest one is Suro.
Ooh, Soro's
Little
the tiles.
Yeah, just laying down tiles and moving your little guy. So I have to say, like, that's another one. It just reignited that. I think I've shouted them out in this podcast a couple years ago or a year ago. But they need another shout out because they're still doing some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. So, that's a good one. So my last shout out is in Sacramento. It's called Burley Beverages.
Oh, that's so good. But it's not even full, so it's never going to do that.
Anyways, it's called Burley Beverages. You do want this?
No, I think it just really wants to see.
There it goes.
It really wants to see my face. Really.
So it's a super cute
Burley
shop in Sacramento, and they make like handcrafted, specialized like
yes,
soft drinks and now like alcohol drinks, and they have like a restaurant now that's vegan, and they just rebranded themselves We haven't been there yet. It's like on our list of things
really
to do
bad.
maybe tomorrow. But super cute place.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. And so shout out to them because we want to go check them out. And see
Yeah,
what's going
you
on
got
there.
it. I mean, if you're ever in the Sacramento area, it's in a kind of, they're rebuilding this area, the Blue Blocks area, off of Del Paso, which is kind of, it's been run down for years, but there's more things happening over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And Gabe, who runs Burley's, amazing, like, he's an apothecary. Let's be real. Like, you go in there and you talk about something and he'll make you a soda.
Yeah.
That tastes like that.
Yes.
He's worked with us before. He made T2T Punch
Oh, he
for
did.
us for
Good.
Time to Tabletop for
For
my
Expo.
company,
Yeah.
for our expo. He did that for us. He's made little craft sandwiches for some of the little events we've done.
Yeah.
He's done some really cool stuff. Plus, he's not just a good craftsman.
Craftsman. Don't know.
He's just a good guy.
Yeah.
Like, he also plays in a band. He's a big guy, and just if you're not into hugs, you got to tell him that right off the bat, because he'll just hug you. So just shout out to him too, Gabe. It's like, I appreciate you. We haven't seen him, I haven't texted him in like a couple weeks now. No, it's
Shame.
been like a month
Shame.
because he's been busy. But I feel really bad. But yes, we got to go check that out.
Yeah.
Great place. Would love. He also has a way he will offer to do private events. He'll be like your mixologist for the evening. So
So if you come visit us, we're
some
going
cool-
to Burley's.
yes, for sure.
Put it on the list.
Put on the calendar.
That's it.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. That's not that short of a show.
No, it's not now, because we did a second Advise Me Not.
The first one was
The
great.
first one was awful.
It was not.
It's awful.
I liked it.
So we love all you guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Everybody that has joined us or has joined us in the past, or if you're listening to this watching this on VOD, or you're listening on a podcast, please do.
I cannot wait to tell you guys of what's coming up in the next couple weeks.
That's so true.
Excited.
We're always doing
as soon
something.
As we can tell you, we're going to.
Yeah,
but super excited.
we are always doing something.
It's life, not work. So that's even more exciting.
Yeah, we're doing work and life, and
Life stuff coming.
crying in the corner with my thumb in my mouth.
Well, that's
That's most of my life.
adulting.
But if you want to hang out with us, let us know. We will actually come visit you. That is true. That's kind of what we're into, and we'll share our lack of wisdom with you.
Yes.
Yeah, because we like
Over some
absorbing
scotch.
other people. Yeah, scotch,
Bourbon. Tequila.
some
Tequila.
good craft beer. I'm a good craft
mean-
beer guy.
Hit or miss.
So, all right. Until next time, it'll be next week or so. We have a lot of life going on, but we do make sure this happens. We do make sure to make sure.
We tried.
I said that.
We tried to make sure.
We really do. So that's why we want to try and put our travel kit together. So even if we are doing something that's really exciting or showing up in real life, we can still do these on certain days.
Yeah.
So we're working on that. It costs time and
Hopefully
money.
it's together by Wednesday.
I could try.
Okay.
It just takes money.
We don't have that.
Yeah. So until next time, you need to pull up a chair and show up in real life, guys. This is very important. We live in a digital age, but nothing can replace sitting across a table or sitting down on a couch and hanging out with people. Nothing will ever replace that. So please show up in real life.
Yes.
Okay? Until next time.
Adios. Muchachos.
We'll see you soon. I promise. We will. I promise.